At 3:30, we had East Carolina, who's 7-3, trailing to UTSA, who's 5-5. East Carolina favored by 2.5 points on ESPN Plus. Caton Hauser's gone 231 of 347, thrown for 2,801 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Landon Montgomery's had 128 carries for 637 yards and 7 touchdowns, and Anthony Smith's had 51 catches for 745 yards and 4 touchdowns. Owen McCown for the Roadrunners gone 208 of 309, thrown for 2,186 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Robert Henry Jr.'s had 138 carries for 983 yards and 9 touchdowns. Devin McCain has had 52 catches for 567 yards and 7 touchdowns. East Carolina is 1-1 against the Roadrunners all-time. Last game did go to East Carolina in 2024. The home team is 2-0 all-time in the series. They've been no one-possession games, and Traylor is 1-1 against the Pirates during his time at UTSA. Okay, again, East Carolina, welcome to the college football playoff picture. This is not a team I thought I would be talking about at the beginning of the year, and halfway through the year, I didn't think I was ever going to talk about East Carolina, except for when they played real contender ever again. But welcome to the playoff mix, East Carolina. They got a big win over Memphis last weekend that killed any outside hopes that Memphis had of going to the college football playoffs. That officially ended them. But East Carolina now sits in a 4-way tie for first place in the American. Now, the American is weird. It doesn't have tiebreakers like other conferences where it's like, oh, you look at the common opponents and stuff like that. It straight up goes to who's ranked in the CFP and then your KPI ratings, which I think is really weird and stupid. So the fact is, I think East Carolina probably loses those. With those metrics, I think East Carolina is probably going to be one of the teams sitting at home if they all win out. Tulane is, again, the likely shot to go into the playoffs. But really, for all these teams, whether they're talking about East Carolina or North Texas later, or Navy next week when they play Memphis, again, East Carolina needs a couple things to go their way. They're going to need Navy to lose to Memphis to end the year, which is very possible. You're going to need to win out if you're the Pirates. That's doable. Their schedule is not the most hard thing on planet Earth. And you're going to need either North Texas or Tulane to drop a game. The hope is that whoever Temple plays both teams. And your hope is it's Temple, right? Rice is a solid football team, but they're not awesome. So, again, you're going to need Temple to pick up a win here, likely if you're East Carolina. But the Pirates are still in a not awful spot to go to the college football playoffs. Of the teams, I think that there are 5 legit contenders to go to the college football playoffs. East Carolina is 5, right? I mean, if they had picked up a win over it, there's 2 games that were just so winnable for East Carolina that you're kicking yourself you didn't find a way to win. Whether that's the Tulane game or whether that was the NC State game, which would have put a big win on your resume. Wow, that would have helped you out if you're East Carolina, if you'd found a way to win it against NC State. But you lost both those games. You're sitting in a rough spot. They're going on the road to UTSA, coming off such a big win. This is a UTSA team that has been very different at home. When they're playing at home, they play much, much better. This was a UTSA team that, when they were at home, kicked Tulane's ass. So I kind of like UTSA here. I think they're a really solid football team. I think East Carolina is coming off such a big win against Memphis. I think the Roadrunners find a way to win this one and pull off the upset at home.